Yeah. Episode, insert correct number here. Gun Monkeys Nation, the podcast.
Yeah, new episode November 7th, 2022.
Host Josh.
It is not November 7th. And I'm your co-host, Anthony.
I think that November 7th is when we started writing stuff for this. Yeah. So we wanted to go ahead and revamp the podcast a little bit. And so we're going to be working out some bugs and kinks. We're going to be trying different things. So just bear with us. If you like it, tell us. If you don't,
keep it to yourself.
Yeah, we don't care. So let's go ahead and start with a little housekeeping. What do we got going on that people should know?
Well, we didn't. I don't think we did a podcast after the WLS event. So that was a pretty good event. We had a great time there with Patrick and all the guys. For the I guess for the shop, I mean, we got Small Business Saturday coming up.
Yep. What date?
That would be the Saturday after Black Friday.
Saturday after Thanksgiving?
Yes, that one.
Some people don't celebrate Black Friday.
Yeah, I guess it's not really a holiday, but
so that's going to be next Saturday. And hopefully this will be out by then so people will know, but
yeah,
if it's not. Oh well,
next year. So 2023 it's Saturday the 26th.
Okay.
Is Small Business Saturday. So shop's got a bunch of deals going on. Yeah, a bunch of cool stuff going on in the town of La Plata. But we live in a small town. The town shuts down, and they support all the small businesses in the town, and that's it's a fun time. Our shop's going to be closed. The retail store is going to be closed on Thanksgiving. We're not 100% sure about Black Friday yet. There's a couple of the guys that want to keep it open, but we are.
A couple of the guys that got like are the guys that don't have to work it, or the ones that want to come in and work?
Yeah, some of the guys want to work, so I want off.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, be eating a lot of food and drinking beer and watching football. So just I'm taking Black Friday off. So I will post it on our social media whether or not we're open closer to the event. Sending, what is that?
Okay, Biden. You just had a Biden moment there, 100%. So we with our new structure, we have like kind of like show notes in front of us, and he is just reading verbatim like a teleprompter. But
insert laugh here.
Good for you. No, so it's hunting season. So if you guys have any cool hunting videos, pictures, share them with us. You can send them to gunmonkeysnation@gmail.com or just hit us up on our social media. We want to know what you guys are doing and share your experiences.
Yeah.
So far, mine has been none. And
you've seen some stuff.
No. No.
You're not the one that shot it, but you've seen some stuff.
Oh, I mean, I can go on Google and see some stuff.
So, whether you want people to send them to you, and you can maybe work some magic and send them some cool photos back, or what?
No, this is just send it to us and we'll post it.
Yeah, okay.
This isn't, you show me mine, I'll show you yours.
We both just ate before the show. We had Galazios, hashtag, go check them out.
Hashtag, get a toothpick. Get it?
No, you still some on the other side. Where's mine at?
Next one over.
This
there.
One?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's still there. I'll be staring at it. So another thing that we wanted to start doing is a drink of the month. So we're going to introduce a new drink every month, and we're going to take that drink and try different variants of it, mixed drinks, whatever, and tell you what we think about it. And actually, we had this bottle for a while that we've been saving, and this drink of the month is going to be Old Scout. It's a hand-selected by Nix of Clinton. 6-year aged, 116.4. And this is...
So while you talk about that, so the hand-selected by Nix of Clinton. Nix of Clinton is a local family-owned market that was from Clinton, Maryland. They moved to the store when the son wanted to open up shop in Waldorf, which is right near us. And then they also have branched out and they started Knicks of Calvert. They've closed down the Clinton location, but they still have the Waldorf Knicks of Clinton and the Knicks of Calvert in Prince Frederick. So it's a small deli. I know Knicks of Calvert does dry aging. For you can pick your meats and dry age them. You buy, and then they always have like hand selected different. Like they had Jefferson's one year. This year they had the Old Scout.
So I believe this is a Smooth Amber, is the distillery out of West Virginia.
Okay.
That does Old Scout. And this is barrel number 24573, and this was bottled by Micah.
Yeah. Thank you, Micah.
Oh, it says distilled in Indiana. Oh, but bottled by Smooth Amber.
Okay.
Amble Spirit Company. So.
Smells good. That's enough. I'm just kidding.
Well, you might not like it. Yeah. So,
yeah.
And we're gonna try all sorts. We just had this whiskey, but
we'll do some smoked old fashions. We'll do some whiskey sours. Yeah. We'll do a bunch of other stuff.
But like I said, it's gonna be a different drink every month. Might be rum, might be beer, might be hard seltzers.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Yep. You know, Mountain Dew has those hard seltzers that we've been wanting to try.
Because I'm not very good at tastings. It's like the drinking part.
It hits you a little sweet at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then smoky.
But it's not very overwhelming on anything.
No, it's not.
Like for being like it's pretty smooth. It's got a little more of a bite at the end there.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever had a bourbon that was that sweet right at the initial.
Mm-hmm.
That just like had a really sweet. Now I feel like I can spit fire.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It definitely, I mean, sips like a whiskey, drinks like a bourbon, or swallows like a bourbon. I don't know.
I don't know. It's
good. I like it.
Yeah.
Would you like a little more?
Sure.
Okay.
I think I do prefer it chilled.
What?
My bourbon.
See, I don't. I like room temp, but like when it comes to rum, I like it chilled.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So, what do you want to talk about today?
Oh, so I saw a new TV show on Netflix, and I was very surprised to see it on Netflix.
You're a big Netflix guy.
I like to binge. Netflix and chill on my couch. All by yourself. So there's a TV show called Blockbuster. And I know for you young guys, you probably don't know what Blockbuster is. But Blockbuster used to be a store where you could actually go into a location and rent movies.
I don't think we have to explain what Blockbuster is.
Oh, I'm explaining it to you because I know how young you are.
Yeah, there's definitely. I was more of a Blair's Video.
Oh, you remember Blair's?
Yeah.
It's over by, where was Blair's at?
It was Little Caesars.
No, actually.
Oh, no, the one behind or Outback.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a Blair's in La Plata?
Yes.
Oh, see, I'm from Waldorf. The Blair's Video was over where the gym over there by Luciana's.
Mm-hmm.
There's a gym right there. That used to be a Blair's.
So if you were to go
Blair's
where
Video.
the Outback is, and there's an entrance into that strip mall,
right? Yeah.
And it's like a corridor, and you walk back, and there's a video store back. I think it was Blair's. There was a video that was one of the only video stores around, but it was back there on the left.
Yeah, and then the Blockbuster used to be where the Men's Warehouse is.
Yeah.
So,
anywho,
people don't give a shit where our Blair's videos were. All right, so it's about like the last Blockbuster still around. Like all the Blockbusters got closed down, and they are the last one, and they were corporate. I mean, it's a made up show, right? But it's
based on from real events.
Loosely based on real events, because they end up selling it to the manager, which is not what happened, but they sold it to the manager, and then he runs it as his own store, and it's a comedy. It's like a sitcom, but it's really funny. The characters they play, they're really immature because they're older, but they're working at a Blockbuster, so they kind of, it's not the greatest job, but so I looked into it, and I realized that there's about 300 Blockbusters left, and you know who bought them?
Dish Network.
Dish Network bought all the Blockbusters, and then they made them franchises. They've all since closed except for one, and I don't remember if that one is still is open, but I know that as of 2019, that's what.
So the guy Ken Tischer, I believe is his name, is the owner of it, and
they still sell VHS and rent VHS and DVDs and all that.
So they license the Blockbuster trademark from Dish Network on a yearly basis.
Gotcha. And Network is the one that bought, pretty much bought the name. They changed it from Blockbuster Video to Blockbuster LLC, and then they started the mail order like Netflix did. And then after 2012, they canceled they had a Blockbuster On Demand, and they had their Blockbuster like mail-in, and they ended up canceling both of them because they just couldn't keep up with it. But Dish Network reintroduced it through what's called Sling TV, which is another free streaming service that you can get. I'm not sure if they have like a plus.
Talk in the mic.
I'm not sure if they have like a plus, or if they have something like another level. But that's figured we talk about some streaming services. So that's, that's such a big deal now. Everybody's like, oh, hey, can I get your Netflix login? Or hey, can I get your Disney Plus login? Hey, I have your Disney Plus login. I'm not ashamed of it.
And I think you have my
Hulu.
Yep. Yeah. Which I might be canceling.
But you have my Sunday ticket. Do you have my Netflix?
No, I don't do Sunday ticket either.
It's on the TV. I hooked it up for your father-in-law.
Yeah, but I've never touched it.
Not my fault. You have it. That's like the most expensive one.
What is it? Is it just football?
Yeah, but it's stupid. They have like so many blackout dates. It's not even funny. It's not even worth it, man.
Yeah, well, it's like the MLB network. Like when you pay to get it, but then if you're in basically home team territory, that you can't watch that game.
Well, Sunday ticket blacks them out if they're not sold out. So like, none of the Steeler games are ever sold out. So, we try to watch the Steelers games, and we can't. And
can you watch the Redskins game?
Yes, they're not sold out, but we can watch them locally. Hey, they won this week.
We going all the way.
The Steelers won this week too. Shout out to my boys.
So streaming.
Did we say Redskins or Washington?
Washington.
Okay. If we said Redskins, we apologize if that offended anybody.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't care if it offended anybody. Hey, I've been calling it Redskins for 40 years, so excuse me. Washington. We'll just call them Washington. How about that? Washington. Who's your favorite team?
I don't. If I had to choose one, I don't know.
Baltimore?
Probably.
Is it purple?
Yeah. Like I had growing up, I had it was all Baltimore stuff. Like if I had any shirt or anything, and then I don't know, like the Redskins felt more home because they were closer.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't know. I could care less about football, really.
Well, they have other streaming services for sports too. You have the NFL Plus, which is actually my favorite.
Red Zone.
Red Zone. You do have Red Zone, which is great if you're just a football fan, or you have fantasy football teams,
or you just want to see like the best parts of football.
How dare you? The whole game is the best part. No, Red Zone is actually perfect for people that are doing fantasy football, so you can keep up on all the games if they're that that spazzed out about it. But you know what? Besides sports, like free movies is like really important now because not everybody can afford cable because cable's 50, 60 bucks a month, 75 sometimes.
Yep.
Right. And then you got to get Prime Video. Some people don't order from Prime. Some people, I don't know who, but there's got to be people out there that don't. Some people might not have Netflix, and there's other videos that might not be on Netflix. So, you get like a lot of these new streaming services like Sling and Freevee. So Freevee is one that caught my interest, and I've been noticing a lot of movies when I search them, it says watch on Freevee. Now Freevee has commercials, but it's actually
that's what gets people.
Yeah.
Is the commercials.
Yeah, and that's how they're able to do it free.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm saying that's how you get people entrapped. Like, Disney is switching to commercials. They're gonna have ads.
Not? Yeah, why not?
But now you're gonna have to pay instead of $7.99 a month. You're gonna have to pay $10.99 a month for it to be premium and commercial free.
I don't care for commercials. I don't care about the commercials.
About watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you when you have a 3 and 4 year old.
Oh yeah. You know what? Speaking of commercials, you know what I hate that they do is when you're watching. If people haven't noticed this, do me a favor. Just pay attention to when you're watching live TV and then the commercials. The commercials are louder than the TV itself. They turn the volume up on the commercials. So people will be focused on the commercials. Or if you get up and leave,
you still hear it.
You still hear it. Yep, exactly, man. It's wild. I mean, it's brilliant, but it's wild. So Freevee it was started by IMDb. You know who owns IMDb? Amazon. So it's crazy, right? So Amazon has 2 streaming services, one called Freevee and one called Prime Video. Yeah,
you want to spread yourself out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was brilliant.
I think what was it? Most streaming, I think, all came out of YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what kind of got the kick. And YouTube has been around for a while, but it didn't have the legs to it that it has gained over the last couple of years. But now you're not even though you can stream, you can get movies and stuff on YouTube, and they have YouTube TV now. But before that, you just you're watching shows or videos of whatever you want to look at, like Google.
Yeah.
It's video Googles.
Yeah, well, Google owns YouTube, so when you get YouTube TV, you're literally buying cable directly from YouTube. From Google.
But then you got, you had Redbox come in, and everything, I think, was meant to make everything easier, simpler, faster. So you had Redbox, and then Blockbuster tried to do the same thing, and then you had Netflix doing it. And then they're like, well, why do we even need to send these out when we could just give them to you and you can sit on your couch?
So Netflix was the OG in the mail order. And then Blockbuster tried to roll into that. And then Redbox tried to supersede them. And Redbox was blowing up. Netflix was down. Redbox was up. When you could go and you could get it for one night at your local Walmart or your local gas station. And boom, when I was a paramedic, I'd go up to Redbox. I'd rent 2 movies, watch them, and put them back in there, rent another one. All in the same night. We did work together. Yeah, I know. But
we would go to Redbox and that's at the 7-Eleven.
Yep, exactly. Over in Lanham.
And get the one in Charlotte Hall.
Oh yeah, or Charlotte Hall.
And then go get some sushi.
Yeah. And what happened is that Netflix saw this and they're like, we're losing money. Fuck it. We're streaming.
Yeah.
And Netflix was like, you're not even gonna have to go to these stores. We're like, how can we beat Redbox? And they're like, we'll just stream it straight to their TV and their phones.
It's America gluttony at its best.
Oh yeah, they're like, how can we one up them? Make America lazier.
Oh, fast food? Yeah. How about we just make it never ending and we'll call it a buffet and you just get everything you want at once.
Or McDonald's, Wendy's, fast food. How about we just let them just deliver it straight to their house so they don't even have to get off their ass and pull up to the drive-thru.
Well, not out here.
Oh yeah. No, but where I'm at,
we still working hard for our McDonald's out here.
You still
We got to drive
10 minutes. Yeah,
no, but it's
me.
It's just crazy how far we've come. But sorry. So I would say, like, I mean, growing up, it used to be like, oh, I'm watching Walker Texas Ranger on Thursday night at 6 or 7 o'clock, whenever it came on, and you could tape it or you were watching it,
or you missed it.
Yeah, you did. You know, it's gone. It's gone.
If you missed it, you had to wait until the series came out on Blair Video for you to rent the whole series,
or wait for there to be a rerun and go through your guide and wait for the rerun, and then
you had to get the TV guide once a week in the newspaper.
Yep,
and you had to that's old school, man.
That's how I watch my shows. Days of Our Lives.
Yep. So, what do you think about these streaming services, man?
I mean, I like them. I would say that I've 100% gone away. Like, I have live TV, but I never watch it.
Yeah, I don't even have. I just got live TV for one reason. And that's because the only way for me to watch Yellowstone, the series premiere, was to have cable. So
what did you watch it on?
YouTube TV.
No, but what is it? Is it only on CMT?
No. It's only on Paramount Network, which is different. Paramount Network is the channel. Paramount Plus is their streaming service,
but it's on CMT.
Oh, it's also on CMT.
Yeah, that's what I watched it on.
But
then it says MTV. It's
oh yeah.
I don't know who has this show.
MTV. I'm like,
who shows is this anyways?
I know. Like, who would have known Amazon owns IMDb? It's like, I don't know. Everybody's got their finger in somebody else's.
Well, I would say that, like, I mean, and every streaming service has something different. So, like, I got I think it's Pluto or whoever. It's a free one, but they have This Old House on it. You can just put on that channel and just watch episode after episode of This Old House. And I got a This Old House kick, and I was just watching it
renovating the house.
No, I haven't done it. I just watched it and just built up the confidence. And then when I went to go do it, I'm like, oh, I can't do this. But I'm
watch Bob Vila. I watch reruns of Bob Vila, or you know how we really screw things up. Watch the reruns of Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Bob Vila was actually a guest star on multiple times.
But you talk about prices, and streaming individually is cheaper. But when you start adding in all the services, like, to get, like, if you're really big into TV, it's like, oh, okay, well, I need to get Hulu because it has this show. I need to get Netflix because it has this. I need to get, HBO Max because it has this. I need to get you
might as well go back and get cable with on demand.
Well, yeah, but now
stuff cheaper.
Well, yeah, but now Discovery Channel, they're doing shows that you can't get unless you buy their streaming service.
So that's one of the things I want to talk about was one of the people who's always late to the game, Apple.
I wouldn't say late.
Oh no.
But I would say when they put something out there, it usually has all the kinks worked out for the most.
Like the folding screen. I was looking at the phones with the folding screens, and I didn't like how there's a crease in it. So I'm thinking that when Apple finally comes out with their folding screen, it won't have the crease in the middle. I'm hoping Apple, you can hear me.
Yeah.
If you're paying attention to me, besides the algorithm when we put it on.
Jesus. I know Steve's up there with you right now.
Dear baby Jesus.
If you could tell him to tell his who owns Apple? Who's the head of Apple?
I don't know. It's probably Jeff Bezos.
But
or Elon Musk.
I mean, money wise, by the end of the day, I would say you're pretty much close to
more.
Or more, but the thing is, now you're also, with these streaming services, you get so much more that you're not getting. Like, there's no such thing as the complete package when it comes to streaming TV or a streaming service. Like,
you used to be able to just say, "Hey, cable guy, I want everything," and you could be like, "Okay, $100 a month, you got everything." Nope, you can't do it now.
Nope,
you gotta get cable and all the streaming services. Like I said, you could not watch Yellowstone premiere unless you actually paid for cable. That was the only way to watch the premiere live, you know. And it took me a while to figure that out. So I missed the first 20 minutes of it, and I had to go back and stay watching the TV because they had the premiere again later on at 10.
YouTube TV, you can rewind.
So as we were talking about people late to the game, Apple has some really, really good shows like Ted Lasso. It's a show about
the soccer coach.
Yeah, well, he was an American football coach, and then now he's coaching British football, which is soccer. Yeah, it's hilarious though. Have you seen the show?
No, like
you've seen the clips on like reels and everything.
Yeah.
If you do, I've binge watched the entire thing. I'm waiting for season 3 or 4, whatever it is, to come out. It's such a great show, and I really hope him and the owner hook up, but they haven't yet.
I don't have Apple TV.
Oh, I do. I'll give you my login.
I don't need it.
Why not?
There's nothing on there that has like been like, you know what, I really want to watch that.
No, you should really watch TED. Not TED Talk.
Well, I mean, I can watch it other ways.
Oh yeah, you have the
can't pull the cover.
So then that's the other thing that we should talk about is like, you know, we used to watch bootleg movies all the time, and now
still do.
But everybody used to get it. Now it's like you got to be all this slick stuff and slippery stuff, and I mean, it's just not.
Are people telling you that in order for them to show you the bootleg?
Well, we need to talk about this off camera because I don't have any. I used to have all the bootleg.
Hey, you come back in this back alley
for $5.
Yeah,
man. So I mean, just you know, I mean that's my take on you know, the streaming services. You know, it's like,
well, they're pretty slick. I think they said that as of 2022 that Netflix alone had 220.67 million subscribers.
And how many people are giving their password out?
Well, some people have they've started to catch on to that, and I can't remember what it was, but they've like put up things where.
So what they do is that so let's say I give the password to my mom, my sister, you know, and coworker. Well, right there, that's 4, right? So that's 5, including me. So you only get 5 accounts. What happens though is if you give it to a 6th person, whoever they log into kicks them off. And I've been kicked off my Amazon. Like, it's my fucking Amazon. I paid for it.
Not today.
I log right back in and kick their ass off.
They said that the I guess the industry as a whole is about 473.39 billion.
Holy crap, man.
And they're predicting it to be 1,690.35 billion by 2029.
So that's over $1 trillion.
Well, I mean, you do the math.
When it's over 1,000 billion, that's that's called $1 trillion.
Well, they couldn't get the small numbers in there.
Oh, that's funny, man.
How do you say you read that? You read the 1,690.35 billion. It's just easier to say 1,690.35 billion. Either way, I'll take a little bit of that. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that's a huge. And all they got to do is hit play.
Have you ever canceled a service?
I have, yeah.
Who?
I canceled Hulu.
Did you?
I did.
I mean, I know why now, but like, have you ever canceled a service because like you like?
I did. I've canceled Netflix before.
You're about to cancel. You're about to resubscribe to Hulu.
Oh, you're about to cancel Hulu? For real?
I don't watch anything on Hulu.
You know, the only time that I actually watched Hulu was for a couple shows, like FX shows.
Oh yeah, Archer. You're a big Archer guy.
Yeah, and Sons of Anarchy and
still
Mayans.
Hands down probably
the best TV show ever. Yeah. Which Kurt Sutter's actually writing a new show. So he's in the middle of writing Mayans, which is a great show. It streams on Hulu and on FX.
I didn't get into that.
Oh, I did.
I started watching the first season, but just couldn't. It's like
Oh, the first season drug it was ass. After that, man, the Mayans is awesome. And you know, a lot of the old characters came back throughout the episodes and everything.
Jax?
They talk about Jax. Unfortunately, I don't see him coming back from.
He was a real good guy there.
He was, man.
Staple, as some would say.
Yeah. But yeah, man, if you gotta cancel Hulu, I understand. If you cancel Netflix, I'll give you an account on my Netflix.
No. Because I don't need you to be judging me on what I watch.
I won't log in. I don't log in your other stuff. What about don't cancel your Disney Plus?
No.
You got little girl, so
yeah. No, Disney Plus, like I feel like that was one of their smartest moves. It's like, oh, I have all these great shows. Let me go ahead and open my own platform, and I could put nothing new out there, and I still have a huge library to choose from.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, they pulled the like the Punisher and Iron Fist and Daredevil and that group of them. There was like 4 or 5 shows that they pulled because they were Marvel shows on Netflix, and they've actually brought those characters over to Disney Plus. Now, not the complete shows. They have mentioned that they might bring in the Punisher back, and they have brought the actual actor and character from the Daredevil. He's been in multiple shows in Disney Plus, so I'm excited about that. You know, but yeah, that they were like, hey, no, we're going to get on this. And then all the Star Wars shows that they've come out since then.
Oh, yeah.
Mandalorian.
I mean, there's
like Mandalorian blew up Disney Plus. People were like, I have to subscribe to Disney Plus just to watch Mandalorian.
Yeah. I mean, Mandalorian was definitely on point. I told you that I haven't really gotten into the Endor one because it doesn't feel Star Wars enough for me.
Yeah.
It feels like if you told me that this wasn't Star Wars, and like I would kind of believe you. Like it doesn't. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad show, but just for me,
it is based off of like planets that did not have those creatures, though. You know, and even like we had discussed, like you don't see the creatures like the aliens, like you're doing all the Star Wars stuff, and then you don't hear about the Jedi. But you didn't really hear about the Jedi in Mandalorian.
But look at like Rogue One, where it's kind of like that same, like the beginning of the rebellion and stuff.
Yeah.
But that still felt like Star Wars.
Yeah. I think season 2 will feel more like it. Later on in the series, I'm not gonna.
You can go ahead. I mean,
they do bring in some of those aspects into it. So yeah, just you're not going to see it in the beginning part of it, even towards the middle. It's mostly towards the end. It's actually at the end. 5 minutes left.
You have Peacock?
I do have Peacock, and that's why I think that I'm gonna get rid of Hulu again.
What do you mean by get rid of? You mean log out?
Log out of your account. Yeah, no, because a lot of the shows that were on NBC that I could pick up off of Hulu. So like pretty much just Chicago PD.
But now even like on YouTube TV, you can stream stuff on demand like Chicago PD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, YouTube TV is not like its own streaming service, it's a cable service.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying you can on demand.
They do have their own show, so it's actually kind of both.
You can do it on demand. Like, hey, I want to watch Chicago PD.
Yeah, but it's $59.99 a month.
I don't.
Yeah,
I have someone else's login.
Jeez.
So that's
hashtag. Where you at, Ronnie?
I don't want him to remember and then kick me out.
Oh. I remember when he first got YouTube TV, and I was like, "Let me get your login." He was like, "Would you give it to this guy?"
I think because he was here for something, so he logged in.
And he never logged out.
Yeah. So I guess that's our take on streaming services.
Yeah, I mean, I know
they're great, but they also have their disadvantages, and they also make you watch a whole lot more TV than you ever would.
Yeah,
otherwise.
yeah. And if you guys have any ideas, about like any other streaming services, that maybe that we haven't brought up,
Keep them to yourself.
yeah, keep them to yourself or private message us if it's really good. Like if you got one of those premium logins.
Yeah, commercial free only for this guy.
I don't care about the commercials.
I can't stand commercials. I'll stop watching something because if there's too many commercials.
Somebody said that on one of last year's series premiere of Yellowstone. Somebody was like,
"No." So let me tell you
more
what they did.
Commercials last year.
Let me tell you what they did this year. They're like, "Oh, limited commercials," and then the first one they're like, "Yellowstone will be back in 60 seconds," and then after that they did like 4 or 5 minutes for commercial breaks. Like the first one, they're like, "Oh, we'll be right back," but then after that, they're like, "Oh no, it's going to be
here the biggest thing
180 seconds."
Yeah, the biggest thing last year was that they were like, "Hey, they said limited interruptions, but when every interruption was like 10 minutes long." We have 4 interruptions when we know in an hour-long TV show we normally have 5, so we're going to limit it to 4 and then double the amount of time that we're gone.
You know what's great though? So I did this with Yellowstone and Game of Thrones.
What's that?
I didn't start until like 4 years after it's been out. So I could just binge watch. Don't have to worry about commercials.
I did that for the first 2 years of Yellowstone.
And then, like this is the first year that I've ever watched the premiere of it.
Last year was the first. So I got into it halfway through season 3. So people were like, "Man, Yellowstone's awesome." I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, all right, I'll watch an episode. And I'm like, hold on. No. I don't know what the hell's going on. I got to go back. So then I just bought.
How are you going to just dive in?
Well, I was like
in the middle, like no,
it was a live show, so I was like, all right, I got to go back. I bought season 2 and season 3 on season 1 and season 2 on Amazon, and then I watched it, and then I watched season 3 before you even knew what Yellowstone was.
Yeah, well, I knew what it was. I just never got into it. Well, that's a wrap.
Yeah, man. So I know it wasn't like the most interesting time, but
this is just us talking about what we talk about on a normal basis.
Yeah.
So I will say that our goal is to still continue having guests, but and also if you guys haven't noticed, we're not doing this live. So our goal is to have stand by. Oh my god! Oh, there it is. See, I can edit that out, and it's going to sound like I just went right there.
Yeah.
But no, so we stopped doing it live because one, it gives us a whole lot more flexibility for time, and when we're doing things
and editing,
and it's not as much pressure of putting on a live show and trying to get everything right that I can do in post. But our goal is to do one live show a month, and we'll announce it so people will know when it's coming, and the 5 people can come and participate.
It's like 4.
But also
it depends on if Matt's actually live or not.
Yeah.
Matt. So we are going to have Matt back. We're going to have Matt back on the couch, and we're going to have, Ask Matt.
I don't know what it's going to be yet. We want to incorporate Matt somehow, but we don't know what that is.
And Matt's looking into starting his own podcast, so we got to get him some followers.
You got to get us some first. But then also we still want to do guests, local businesses and local heroes. So we're looking, to mix it up. And throughout the month, it's going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But tonight we wanted to talk about streaming. So that's what we did.
Yeah. And thank you, Nix, for hand selecting the Old Scout.
Sure
6 years. It's just for us.
Yeah. Okay. I was able to find it on a Reddit.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not that exclusive, but it's still good. It is good.
Yeah. No, it had a little sweet to it. So.
Yeah. I'm not a big bourbon, but I would drink that.
Yeah.
On the reg.
Yeah.
So if you could go get me like 4 more bottles, no.
Yeah.
How much was this, by the way?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah. I want to say it was like 49 for the bottle. It might have been 39. I'm not sure, but it wasn't much. You know,
I wonder how many they got.
They usually get like a whole barrel's worth. So what's that? 128?
You do the math.
I think so. I think that was right. Should throw that out there. Yeah, it's 128. 128 bottles. You know, if you guys have like a bottle that you guys want us to try, let us know.
Yeah, send it in.
You probably send it in if it's going to be like...
You can let us know, or you can just give it to us.
Louis the 13th or something.
And we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, appreciate it. Shout out to you.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. See you on the next one.